Oak Hill is hallowed ground. Every major golf event that can be here has been here. And this year, the PGA Championship returns again. This year, another player will add his face to the wall of champions and lay claim to the Wanamaker Trophy. This is PGA Championship tonight.
Good evening and welcome from Oak Hill Country Club in Pittsburgh, New York. And welcome to PGA Championship tonight. I'm John Kutchko alongside Thad Brown, and halfway home to the final major of the season on a record-setting day on the Championship East Course.
I never thought we would see a chase for 62 at Oak Hill Country Club. We almost had that major championship mark set today.
And the weather was the big story that early on for sure, because it poured here for several hours.
It was a hard day to play golf, and they never stopped playing at all this morning. They played right through what at times was a downpour, and all the guys talked about it. There was water getting between hands and the grips of the clubs, and Justin Rose said he went through 5 towels today. It was a hard day to play golf, but we never stopped once here at the PGA Championship.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights. The rain finally let up at about noon or a little after that. Here are some of the highlights. Webb Simpson, what a story for him, Thad.
A birdie here, part of a 6-under 64, and when he came into the clubhouse after the morning rounds, he had the round of the day.
And that was a short-lived record-tying shot because it only lasted 4 hours. There's Adam Scott, the Masters champion, a co-leader coming in.
And Adam Scott, solid day, not spectacular. Nice long birdie there at 7. He is 7 under, still very much in the thick of this. Phil Mickelson, on the other hand, not too good. 2 bogeys coming in on his closing 9. He made the cut by just 1 shot at +2. Speaking of just making the cut, how about Tiger Woods? Yeah, he had a nice birdie there. Played well on the first 9. That was at 6, but he closed toughly down the stretch.
It was that kind of day. Matt Kuchar, certainly within the hunt, at -7, gets the birdie to drop there.
The story, of course, John, Jason Duffner. And this, the highlight of his round, a round full of highlights. At number 2, the approach shot. Yep, he's spinning it back. This is going to find the bottom for an eagle.
And that certainly set the tone for what would be a historic day for Duffner. He was not done. He got on a bit of a birdie roll here, and Jason Duffner would become the headliner in the afternoon here at Oak Hill.
He was 7 under par, heading to the 16th hole. Check that, 6 under par, and this approach shot, nice and tight. That would get him to 7 under for the day. Mind you, no one has ever shot a 62 in any major championship. This for 62. Hey, he left it short. He left it short, John. The guy broke the course record, 63, a new Oak Hill course record. He's leading the tournament, and the first question in everybody's mind, how do you leave a birdie putt short, Jason Duffner?
Here's a check of the leaderboard, Thad, and Duffner has a 2-shot lead heading into weekend play. You got Scott and Kuchar and Furyk right behind him. But as you said, when he walked off the course, people just asked Duffner about the day he had, and specifically the finish.
The greens have gotten a little bit slower, obviously a little bit bumpier. And I probably didn't hit the best putt of, probably the worst putt I hit of the day, which is a little disappointing, but all in all, it's a 63 and name on top of the leaderboard, so that's a great position to be playing from. If I could do it over, I guess I'd hit the putt harder. But today was a little bit unusual just because the buzz that was going on with the round that I was producing. You usually get that type of buzz towards the end of the championship. A little bit tough to handle on a Friday. You like those more casual, okay, I've made the cut, I'm in good position type of rounds. But, you know, when you're chasing history, you know, it's tough. You know, but in my head, I was just trying to get further and further away from the field, trying to make birdies.
So we have 27 golfers below par, and not one of them is Phil Mickelson or Tiger Woods. Prescott Rossi, a lot of guys today had strange rounds here at Oak Hill. What about it?
That's right, and you know, John, of course Jason Duffner is the story of the day, shooting a 63, but it's not like he's running away with this tournament. There are a lot of guys on his heels, and you mentioned the 2 guys not on his heels, guys we thought would be in the mix this weekend, Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson.
I had no idea what the course record was, but, you know, anytime you can put your name near Ben Hogan, it's a great thing. So it'll go down as one of my most special rounds ever.
But I'm hungry at the moment. You know, I was hungry before the Masters, and I might even have a bigger appetite after it, and that might be greedy, but I feel like this is my time to get everything I want out of my career, and I'm going to keep pushing till I do. my game's in great shape. I've got to take advantage of it, otherwise it's all a waste.
I thought today was a great day for players who are playing well to separate themselves. What I found was the holes that were birdie holes actually played easier because of the rain by softening the greens. And the holes that were really hard, like 17 and 18, played even harder.
I didn't hit it anywhere near as good as I did yesterday. And consequently, I didn't have that many looks. And then when I did, I missed my share too.
Now, Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson, they did make the cut. The cut line was 3 over, so anyone 4 over or worse missed. And there are a lot of notables who won't be playing this weekend, including Bubba Watson, Nick Watney, Ernie Els, and Davis Love III. So a lot of great guys, though, still in the mix, but some big guys who won't be here this weekend.
All right, nice job. A strange day here at round 2, Thad.
No doubt about it. And you know what? Jason Duffner played the Monroe Invitational many years, stayed with the Kircher family, well aware that the Kircher family hosted Lee Trevino when he won here back in 1968. He's the subject of our PGA moment. We'll get that in a minute. Up next, a look behind the CBS compound with Kevin Dorn. You're watching PGA Championship tonight.
Lee Trevino burst onto the national scene in 1968, winning the U.S. Open here at Oak Hill. But in 1984 at Shoal Creek, Trevino would shoot a 67 in the third round and never look back, winning his 6th and final major. 2 of them PGA championships. Talk to me.
Can you slide that one over?
Okay, that's not bad. Nope, no, not yet. Not yet.
What happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, Craig's putting his mic up now.
They may simply not be out in time.
Right.
Yeah, it's possible.
What'd you get? You talk to corporate to get that done? Yeah. Casey did a good story on the PGA weather guys. Oh, great. Really good news.
Test 10-9, I got you.
3 shots there. Guest is on here. Hey, Craig, can you please stop the 10 for us?
Do what?
Oh, you know what?
Stop the 10 for us, please.
The mic.
You want to do it?
Let me see it.
That's fine, guys. Just push it in.
Okay. Yeah, just talk. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, testing 1, 2, 3. 42 years, a head golf professional at Oak Hill Country Club.
Welcome back to PGA Championship tonight from Oak Hill Country Club outside of Rochester. We're joined now by our longtime head pro at Oak Hill, our veteran analyst, Craig Harmon. Yesterday at this time, Craig, you told us in one word, stunned at the scores. What are you today?
Well, even more stunned that they continued this way. But once you had the dartboard conditions, not much you can do. No defense for soft play like this when the greens just hold, and not putting as fast as they say they are. They're supposed to be like a 13 on the stip. They don't look anywhere near that.
Like John said earlier, 27 players under par. Not one of them is Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, or Rory McIlroy. How surprised are you by that?
Well, I'm not surprised that Adam Scott and Justin Rose, who are Masters and Open champions, are at the top of the board. So you don't have to have those other two. But shocking that they're not closer to.
Are you surprised the course record was set today at 63?
You know, I always thought that a 64 was kind of a high course record, only 6 under par, with all these great players having played here since the 1950s, that would stand the test of time. So I'm not surprised at that.
Tiger and Phil are almost 10 shots off the pace. How far back do you think is still in the championship? What number?
Well, I would think you have to be under par. The quality at the top is quite good. It's not like Adam Scott's going to fold and Justin Rose are going to fold, Jason Duffner, all these guys are going to fold. The conditions dictate it. So if we have some kind of wind tomorrow and things firm up, the wind will be very important. Then maybe someone can do what Jason Duffner did and get back in the fold.
Give me a name out there that you think someone that could sneak up here in the next 24 hours, and we're talking about him here tomorrow night.
How about Tiger Woods? Let's give the fans a thrill and see him shoot something spectacular. Very odd round he played today. He was weird start, great middle, weird finish. I mean, very odd stuff.
All right, Craig Harmon, thank you very much. Look forward to your analysis tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Johnny, you know, the CBS Sports will be the ones that will view the championship crowning here at the PGA Championship. And today, Kevin Doran got a look behind the scenes of their compound. And Kevin joins us now.
Thad, you know, all we do at home is pick up the remote and watch the PGA Championship on TV. Easy, right? Well, not really. For CBS Sports, this is bigger than the Super Bowl. Tucked away in the back of the Oak Hill property, there are dozens and dozens of semis and hundreds of people preparing to broadcast the PGA Championship.
Look at how many people, how many trucks we have here. And we are a traveling circus.
That's how Ken Agard describes the road show that is CBS Sports. He says this production is bigger than the Super Bowl.
Because of all the equipment here, because of the way we cover all the holes from 1 to 18, because of the way we cover the driving range, you don't miss anything.
On a Super Bowl, you have a lot of cameras. They're all really trained on one thing. There's only one. There's a lot of players, but one thing going on. In golf, you essentially have 18 events going on simultaneous.
At the heart of the operation is the CBS production truck, which is actually 3 semis. There's a huge control room. Miles of fiber optic cable come in here from cameras all over the golf course. A lot of microphones, too.
Has all the inputs. We have all the announce towers on here, tape machines. We have over like 25 tape machines. We have like 8 announce towers. We have 3 RF walkers on the course. All the product comes through this. We have another console like this that's doing the tees and greens. So we have well over like 120, 130 mics on the course.
This is what it looks like behind the scenes from the 18th tower at Oak Hill. It's where Jim Nance and Nick Faldo call the shots. Faldo says we have no idea what it takes to put on a golf broadcast.
I don't know. They just press a few buttons, don't they?
In all seriousness, he knows he looks good because of the army of people in the background.
And I respectfully and affectionately call them the workers, because they're out there at 5 o'clock in the morning and the cameramen are out there relaying the pictures to the trucks, and the kit is amazing. And sure, the picture pops up and it's pretty easy for Nance and I just to rattle on about golf.
CBS Sports thinks the best place to watch the PGA Championship is at home on your couch. And remember, a lot of people have put in a lot of hours to make it an enjoyable experience. And Thad, listen to this. After laying down miles of TV cable and plugging in dozens of cameras, they're going to break it all down and be out of here in 4 days, just like a traveling circus. Back to you.
They are fast, and Kevin, they've been doing it for a long time, and you know what? No one really does it better. CBS Golf. Thank you very much.
Win PGA Championship continues, reliving some Oak Hill magic from 10 years ago. You're watching PGA Championship tonight from Oak Hill.
John, this is your one.
Yep.
You're
Okay,
tossing
we're
this,
fine.
right? Seems like it's not always right. Just want to confirm you are.
I'm one shot here because I'm talking to Zilka. The package. Let's see how we are. You know what? Do we have tee times? All right, somebody, can you lean on Alex about that?
They
don't have them?
2 guys working on it. They did.
Okay.
One's on the internet, one's on the website.
Okay. Kill fan vision for the heck of it. All right, I'll use it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna welcome back. I'm doing the toss, and then we're gonna do a 2-shot, and you lead us into the McKeel epic shot.
Sure. We could
Let's
also
just do this here first.
We could slide tee times in the second block, or we could replace recap, whatever.
That's why I wanted to get rid of that. Which camera's the one shot?
Right here.
Okay.
Two.
Oh, look at that. I don't A look at the par 3 15th hole here at Oak Hill Country Club. Welcome back to PGA Championship tonight. You know, not every golfer in the field rents a 12-bedroom mansion within 2 miles from the course. And with more on that story, here's Ashley Zilka.
This RV has been our home away from home since early Monday morning. But for some pro golfers, this is their life for more than 30 weeks a year. It's PGA Championship week at Oak Hill Country Club, and pro golfer Jimmy Walker and his family have a daily routine.
We'll get showered and ready and get the kids out the door and get them to daycare and run to the course and play and watch golf.
It's not always the smoothest ride, but the Walker family wouldn't want it any other way.
I think people think it's glamorous, and we don't dress up that much. We wear t-shirts and jeans, and I don't remember the last time I put on heels.
The Walkers live in a small town outside of San Antonio, Texas. When it's time to tour, most pros rent houses or stay in hotels, but Jimmy, Aaron, and their 2 little boys prefer the family RV, even with its quirks.
You have to be a little bit adventurous to live in one of these, because something's always wrong, and you have to want to be able to fix things, and you have to want to be able to make your own bed, because we don't have a maid like in a hotel.
Their home on wheels has its perks. Aaron says you can cook for yourself, do your own laundry, and sleep in your own bed.
Kids feel really comfortable in here, which, you know, is worth everything.
Next week, the Walker family heads to North Carolina. Now, it's an unusual week for them because they will be staying in a hotel. In fact, Erin tells me she's a little sad that they have to leave their RV behind. From the PGA Championship, I'm Ashley Zilka.
That is something else.
That's a great story. It's fun to see how these guys live on the road. Not everyone is like Phil Mickelson in a private jet.
Well, that's just it. I think a lot of people think that all these golfers have big mansions on the road, and it's not the case. Great story.
Absolutely true. Now, when we come back, we're going to look more at what happened today here at the PGA Championship. But first, a look back to the last time the PGA Championship was here and the shot that will live in infamy. You're watching PGA Championship tonight.
Alongside the 18th fairway, embedded in the rough, is a plaque that commemorates one of the greatest shots in major championship history. Shawn Michale's clutch 7-iron from 175 yards out on the 72nd hole that won him the 2003 PGA Championship. Michale came in ranked 169th in the world, but that day he was the best on the East Course. Okay, all right. Float it, maybe bring it down to the bottom. We don't know yet. I'll come back to a... There, this is Thad, yeah. This is Thad tossing. Confirmed. And then out of the package, we can come out to a 2-shot, and I'll do the tees. In this block, no.
So the package is just about caddies?
The relationship with golfers and caddies is teamwork.
Okay. Most of the fans have left Oak Hill Country Club tonight, and so has half the field. Cut-down day here at the PGA Championship. You know, only one name goes on the leaderboard, but playing golf is a two-man job. It's player and caddy working together. And for more on that story, here's Stephen Fonte.
Well, we generally look at the game of golf as an individual sport, but at this level, that's not necessarily the case. A lot of these guys have personal trainers, swing coaches, sports psychologists, and let's not forget about the caddies. A caddy is kind of all of those things rolled up into one. A good caddy can make a big difference out here.
Well, especially weeks like this, you know, the majors, they're very difficult. They take a lot of energy from you. Every single shot is very important. You have to think a lot, and if you have a caddy that you get along with, who knows what goes through your mind with certain golf shots in certain situations, it can take a lot away from you.
Yeah, caddy's job is about much more than just raking sand traps and carrying the clubs. They have a critical role in their players' preparation. In fact, you could argue that caddies work harder earlier in the week than they do during the tournaments themselves.
We're all out here walking the course, trying to imagine any scenario, good or bad, that can happen, and you just don't want to have your player ask you a question that you don't know the answer to.
In other words, it's about trust. That's an important quality to have in any working relationship, but it's especially important in the caddy-player dynamic. If there's no trust, chances are it's an arrangement that isn't going to last.
We call it a bit of a marriage, almost. Luckily, it's only on the golf course. But every player's different, and every player demands a different sort of attention from their caddies.
For me, it's a body language. You know, you need to learn to read your player. You know, everybody needs a kick in the butt every once in a while. Sometimes you need a little, you know, pat on the back and a little rub of the shoulder and let him know I'm on his team still. I'm still with him.
You know, you work for these guys for so long that, you know, 95% of the time you're thinking the same thing anyway. So, you know, they may say something like, say 6, and you say 6, and then you go. You know what I mean? So it's you know, you just work in your own routine, and you tell them what you think and hope you're right more than you're wrong.
And the guy they call Bones has been right a lot more than he's been wrong. That's why he's been on Phil Mickelson's bag going on 21 years now. The two have won 5 majors together. Looks like number 6 is going to have to wait until at least next year. For the PGA Championship tonight, I'm Stephen Fonte.
Yeah, but 5 majors is not too bad for Bones and Phil. They've been a great partnership.
And they work obviously very well together, and he walks the course a lot without Phil, like you said, early in the week, taking notes. When we come back, weather has been such a big part of this championship to this point. We're going to check in with our chief meteorologist, Scott Hetzko. You're watching PGA Championship Tonight. Up. Very good. I am too.
I told him I don't have a lot of power. You know, I just don't. I mean, I hit the ball without. I'm sure about tilting my head back.
You go get a haircut and you put a hat on.
Yeah. Well, I told him last night. I said that's what you're asking.
That's fine. That's fine.
I said I know
And
this is
then just count me down to when just give me a 20 when I got to be out of it in 20. All right, thank you. Good job, man. Good job in there.
Back to my might be in that RF business. Yeah. Can you hear me now? You can hear me though? One more time. Hello. You got me? Okay.
Welcome back to PGA Championship Tonight. Getting ready for Saturday, traditionally known as moving day at any major.
Every day's been moving day at this major.
Yeah,
I mean, low scores since this thing has started.
And the storyline today, is Jason Duffner, who carded a 63, an Oak Hill Country Club record. And this was the highlight of the day for Duffner, Thad.
Second shot at the second hole, his second hole of the day. Over the flag, spins it back. He said later he knew he would spin it back. He didn't know this would happen. In the hole for an eagle. Part of a course record-breaking 63. Jason Duffner, your leader by 2 shots. Tee times for tomorrow, guys, not out yet. But the leaders will begin their round somewhere around 2:30, 2:45.
Duffner at 9 under par. Joining us now is our chief meteorologist, Scott Hetzko, and first 2 rounds, weather an integral part of the story here.
I just got a text from Jason thanking me for the soft greens and the rain today that allowed that eagle to spin on back. So tomorrow it'll still be a nice day, and what I'm told is, although it's going to dry out a little bit, greens are still going to be kind of easy to get onto, which is good news for low scores potentially. We'll see. But a foggy start maybe tomorrow morning early, and then a lot of sun. No more rain, guys. It's over. The big weather worry tomorrow for golfers will be the wind. It's going to be a pretty windy afternoon out of the northwest, over 20 at times.
All right.
The wind picks up. It could turn this championship right around.
I think that might happen.
Moving day could be exciting. Scott, thank you very much. We look forward to the weather update for tomorrow as well. It's going to be a heck of a week coming up here on the weekend here at Oak Hill Country Club. Moving day tomorrow. History made today, Thad.
You've got to like the leaderboard. A lot of big names up at the top, even without Phil and Tiger and Rory. And you know what? If Jason Duffner can shoot 63, there's no reason Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, or Rory McIlroy can't either.
And you got major championship experience up there with Adam Scott and Justin Rose. For Thad Brown, I'm John Kutchko, thanking you for joining us live from Oak Hill Country Club here in Pittsburgh, New York. You've been watching PGA Championship tonight. We'll see you over the weekend.